Alright, so we have the data download for some of the Dragon Ball Hero stuff, but it does not include the two brand new units, the Fu and the Super Saiyan Blue Goku tree absorb thingy. I forgot what was the full name of that. But we got the free-to-play unit, the female warrior in black. We got Bojax EZA, which we haven't gone through on this channel, so I want to have a look at that. Mecha Cabro, God Trunks Pan, which we've already seen their EZA details in the last video. A lot of units to look at. Let's jump straight into it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But our first unit's got to be the female warrior in black. So here she is. This is the new free-to-play unit for Dragon Ball Heroes. Crossover category for 3 key and 50% stat boost. Attack defense 150% up with an additional 100% attack and defense when performing a super. All allies will get 2 key and 30% attack and defense with a great chance of performing a critical hit, plus an additional attack defense 150% when the character is the only crossover category on the team. Whoa, that is interesting because usually they want other crossovers, but this is when the character's only crossover. Wow. Plus additional attack defense 30% with each attack performed up to 120% and launches 2 additional attacks, each with a medium chance of becoming a super attack when there is another crossover category ally on the team. So you got to build this team if you want to maximize her like stats is like half a crossover, where they're all sitting in the other rotation, or literally 2 crossover, and then the rest are non-crossovers. Attack and defense 86% for the character and allies who name in. Oh wow, includes Yamcha and randomly changes key spheres of a certain type int excluded to int at the start of the character's attack turn when there is an Earthbred Fighters category ally attacking in the same turn. So she provides 86% attack defense support to Yamcha. That is absolutely insane. Okay. And then she does supreme damage to the enemy and raises attack defense for 3 turns. Let's have a look at her animation here. Here it is. It actually looks pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually, that final part. Here are her links and categories here. Maybe Yamcha will get solid support and linked up. And shocking speed. That's, I think, the 2 most likely links. And then we got Peppy Girls, Tournament Participants, Time Travelers, Crossover, and Dragon Ball Heroes. So Tournament Participants is the only one that I think can share with Yamcha. Out of that, then it is she's an extreme int, so like an all types leader. It's going to be very hard to run her at a max capability for sure. There's no time travelers Yamcha, unfortunately. So yeah, so it's a bit weird, but we'll see if we can make her work somehow. Next up is Bojax EZA. So space traveling warriors and time travelers leader for 3 key 170% stat boost, attack defense 150%, extreme class allies attack defense 30%. Our space traveling warriors or inhuman deeds category allies 2 key and attack defense 30% when facing only 1 enemy, with additional attack and defense 15% when facing 2 or more enemies, and additional attack and defense 15% when facing 3 or more enemies. Plus additional attack defense 30% up to 120% when attacking per space traveling warriors or inhuman deeds category ally self-excluded on the team. Guards all attacks when there are 5 or more space traveling warriors or inhuman deeds category allies on the team. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Then he's got the active skill, which can be still activated when facing only 1 enemy starting from the 4th turn, and it will greatly raise attack defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. Like the guard, definitely not a first slot unit. Definitely did not upgrade to that, but a very good support still. And also got the guard as well. I think it'd be alright for a 2nd, 3rd slot unit as a support, which is pretty cool. So then once you activate the active skill, he goes into his full power form. Now he becomes a 3 key, 240% stat boost and guards all attacks. Wow. Launches additional attack, there's a high chance of becoming a super attack. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to STR. Plus additional attack defense to 120% when attacking. 60% attack and defense 30% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres obtained. An additional attack plus 60% and launches additional attack, there's a high chance of becoming a super attack when the attacking with 6 or more key spheres obtained. Why is this like Kefla type vibes? Greatly raises attack infinitely, greatly raises defense for the 1 turn, immense damage to the enemy. I mean, this guy is awesome. Just looking at it, this looks great. Big statted guard guy. Gonna do some good damage as well if you grab those 6 orbs. Then we have Dark King Mecha Cabro, who's now a crossover lead for 3 key and 150% stat boost. Key +1 attack defense of 200% with additional attack defense 100% when performing a super. Randomly changes key spheres to rainbow key spheres with additional attack defense 25% per orb obtained. Additional 100% attack and defense with 2 or more AGL orbs obtained. 100% attack with 2 or more STL physical. Defense is 100% when 2 or more tech or int key spheres. And then recovers 10% HP and reduces damage received by 10% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Plus an additional super attack with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. So grabbing those rainbow key spheres are super important. And we'll obviously rely on grabbing as many orbs as possible. Greatly raising attack infinitely, it looks like, and then greatly raises defense for 1 turn to prove damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. With the additional super attack proc, this could really help out his defense quite a lot, and of course his attack as well. I think that's a triple super attack potential on this guy. Then we got Zeno VX. SDR type leader for 3 key 100% stat boost, attack defense 150% with additional attack defense 150% when performing a super attack. Plus additional 30% attack up to 150% and chance of performing a critical hit plus 20% with each super attack performed. So that doesn't cap out, so you will guarantee a crit after 5 super attacks. 2 key and launch additional super attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there's another crossover or Super Saiyan's category ally in the same turn. All attacks become critical hits and launch additional super attack when the target enemy is in attack down status or defense down status or stunned or sealed. Jesus. Greatly raises defense infinitely, raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy. I mean, if it's a long battle, this guy is actually really good. And then we have the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So he's a super AGL leader for 3 key and 130% stat boost. He's got attack defense 150%, plus additional 150% attack when performing a super. Additional attack defense 30% with each super attack performs up to 150%. Launches 2 additional super attacks when there is another crossover category ally attacking the same turn. When the target enemy is stunned or when the target enemy's super attack is sealed. So there's 2 restrictions on this. That's kind of dirty. Performs a critical hit when there is another Super Saiyan 3 category ally attacking in the same turn. It's alright. He greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers attack and defense. Then we have the Gohunks, Super Saiyan 3. Super Int types 3 key and 130% stat boost. Attack defense 150% with an additional 150% when performing a super. It's the same thing. Launches plus additional 30% up to 150%. He's got the 2 super attacks when there is another crossover category ally attacking the same turn. Or it's or when. I must have missed out on the or. When the target enemy is attack down or defense down status. Performs a critical hit when there is another carbon copy. Greatly raises attack defense for 1 turn, supreme damage to the enemy, and steals super attacks. Then we have the Zeno Goku. I'm looking forward to this guy. Gokus Family leader for 150% stat boost, blah, blah, blah. Attack defense 150%, reduces damage received by 50%, and launches additional super attack for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Plus additional attack defense 150% when there is another Gokus Family or Dragon Ball Heroes category ally on the team. Gokus Family category support for 3 key 50% stat boost. Additional 77% attack when performing a super and launches an additional attack. There's a high chance of becoming a super attack if there is another Dragon Ball Heroes category ally attacking the same turn when attacking or an extreme class enemy when attacking. Greatly raises attack and defense infinitely and causes supreme damage to the enemy and great chance of stunning the enemy. Alright, he's not bad. At least he gets multiple super attack procs with his infinite raise. Then we have the Vegeta Zeno. So 150% for Vegeta's family. Attack defense 150%, guards all attacks and launches an additional super attack for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. An additional attack defense 150% when there is another Vegeta's family or Dragon Ball Heroes category ally on the team. Vegeta's family support for 3 key and 50% stat boost. And then an additional attack plus 77% when performing a super attack. It launches additional attack, there's a high chance of becoming a super attack if there's another Dragon Ball Heroes category ally attack at the same turn. Or an extreme class enemy when attacking. And then he's got the greatly raised attack defense. So if you prefer guard, depends on what their defense stats, which one is going to be better at this point. But Goku's family has Goku's family behind him, which is way better than Vegeta's family. And then we got the EZAS. So she's a Dragon Ball Heroes leader for 3 key 77% stat boost, or STR types for 50% stat boost. Attack defense 200% with an additional attack defense 150% when performing a super. High chance of dodging as the second or third attacker in turn. an additional chance of dodging an attack plus 5% up to 15% with each attack evaded. All allies support for 30% when there is another 3 or more extreme class allies in the team. All allies 15% attack defense for 2 turns. Nice. After the character evades 3 or more attacks in battle when there are another 3 or more extreme class allies on the team once only. It's once only. Plus additional attack defense 100% when performing a super attack. All allies 2 key in attack defense 20%. Changes AGL key spheres to SCR key spheres when all allies are in Dragon Ball Heroes or crossover category. It's a very nice little upgrade for the Toa. Should perform very, very well. Good chances to dodges. Still will put max dodge on her. Greatly raise attack defense for 1 turn and supreme damage to the enemy. Now for the new Extreme Z battles, we have the Bojax, and for the weakness for him, it's Entrusted Will, which is not a fun category to use, I'll tell you that much. Make sure you use AGL units, of course, but extreme class units will not do any sort of damage to him, so make sure you just stick with super. But I think Entrusted Will pretty much only has super units anyway, so not a big deal. Then for the Dragon Ball Heroes EZAs for the all of the units that are EZAing this celebration, it is Dragon Ball Heroes category weakness like usual. And the final boss is actually, I think, Mecha Cabro. So God Trunks, if you can find him EZA'd already, say if you do it late, then he will actually cook really fast. And finally, the missions that are upcoming. So we have the story event to farm the female warrior in black here. Looks like if you complete any of the stages a certain amount of times, you just get her just guaranteed, which is great. Looks like there won't be a story event for her, that means. These are all like Dragon Ball Heroes like mission stuff. It's because I think it's because of the last one. They didn't want to release another event. Just for her, and she didn't really have a storyline to begin with, so it makes kind of sense. So you get her by like performing Extreme Z Awakenings, clearing stages, SA leveling up, like you'll get her just naturally playing the game. Then the Charismatic Hero event is back, and I think the missions are revamped for you to grab more Dragon Stones. We've already done this, so it's nothing different at all. Just make sure you do 77.7 million. Then we have the Extreme Z area for the Toa. Just normal stuff there. And then the Extreme Z battle for the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff. So just make sure you easy those characters for extra stones. And Bojax Extreme Z battle. Just completing it with Entrusted Will level 20. Yeah, and make sure you do it before 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So that's literally it. Today we get the pre-anniversary set 2 coins, so that's something for you to do tonight. But the Dragon Ball Hero stuff drop in 24 hours from now. The free-to-play unit drops earlier because it's all like the login celebration stuff, so that's easy. And then it will be usual time for the EZA stuff. So yeah, I'll be live then when it does go live, so make sure you follow me, link in the description. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video as always. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay physical. Peace.